NBA action on EA Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by Jay Williams for what should be a terrific matchup here tonight. We are at United Center in the Windy City. Tonight, the Chicago Bulls taking on the Philadelphia 76ers. '76ers control the tap. Richardson to Simmons. Cruises inside for two.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Chicago with the possession. Tough looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
There are certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7 because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
No good. Defense catching a break there.
That's superb defense. That's a defense getting there from the weak side early and making the player short arm a shot.
Has a chance. The follow won't go either. Smith with it up top. A minute gone by here in the opening quarter. To Tobias Harris. Deep two there, won't go.
See, when good shooters catch, they just shoot. When bad shooters catch, they become hesitant, reluctant. That's the first sign of a guy that doesn't have confidence.
Ball's out. Last touch by Zach LaVine. It's in the hands of Philadelphia. Baseline drive. Oh, Ben Simmons. 2 for 3 now here in the first.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
He was all over him. Missed the shot. No free throws.
Well, you can't finish with your right hand on the left side of the rim. You actually have to use your opposite hand. Steve Nash is one of the best at this. Different shots at different angles, high up the glass, expecting that there are trees down below with long wingspans that can block your shot.
The assist from number 32.
Simmons into the front court. Down by 1. Oh, emphatic slam.
As a rookie last year, Ben Simmons averaged 16 points a game and posted 12 triple-doubles, the second most by any rookie in NBA history. Or was last year really his rookie year? We can debate that one later.
Young to Chris Dunn.
Ed, I'm going to gloat about my old team here for a second. Did you know the Bulls are the only NBA franchise to win multiple championships and never lose an NBA Finals series in their history?
6-0 right now. It helped to have a guy named MJ. But, Jay, think about this. If he's not gone those 2 seasons, maybe it's 8 straight finals wins. And he's fouled. Very close, Jay. The results, he's going to the line.
Trust me, you want to avoid early foul trouble. Take that one as a warning.
First one goes down. Can't connect on the second, and he splits the pair. To Porter. Fires the 3. Had made his first couple, but he misses there. Harris to the basket, but his shot stays out. To Markkanen. Perfect feed to set up the basket.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Now a whistle and a timeout for Philadelphia as they'll discuss matters in what's now a 3-point game. They're going to make some changes with some new personnel on the floor.
Number 21, Joel Embiid.
Drives, but a shot won't go down. Porter to Wendell Carter. Scores from the post.
You feel that? I see the confidence building.
Here's Simmons with it up top. Exactly a minute to go here in the opening quarter. And finishes strong.
I know this for a fact, Ed. Ben Simmons wanted to channel his inner Bill Russell during the NBA Awards as he stood up on that stage accepting that Rookie of the Year trophy, looking down at all the people that hated on him and didn't think that after a year of being injured that he can come back and be the one that everybody thought he could be. One of only 7 players in NBA history to lead his team to 50-plus wins while accepting the Rookie of the Year trophy.
Josh Richardson missed his first. That one goes.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
And a putback slam.
Ooh, establishing the glass early, but the defense has to be better at boxing out.
He takes it right at them and scores. You have to fill in there. Late heave to beat the buzzer. That ends the first quarter. The Bulls have the lead. On to the second quarter. Neither team sees control in the first. Some interesting things, though, certainly on display.
Yeah, both teams have came out. They played with great energy, and they've also done an excellent job of establishing their own tempo. They have to make sure they have to push through that and do more of that in the second quarter.
How you practice leads to that. Nice pump fake.
There you go. I like seeing his scoring coming from unlikely sources.
Coach has seen enough. He wants some changes. New personnel onto the floor.
Substitutions, Philadelphia.
Oh, Carter with the rejection.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
Chicago possession. Surveys the floor. And count the basket.
And sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
Count the bucket for 2.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
To Markkanen. To Wendell Carter. Joel Embiid. Huge block.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
Sixers able to clear the rebound. Simmons with it. They're down 3. Nothing going here on that drive. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
Ed, you ever bail out of something at the last second? That's what I saw right there from the defender. We call that no man's land. They weren't really committed to getting out of the way, committing a hard foul, or taking the brunt of the contact.
Ben Simmons trying to cash in on the three-point play. Shooting 50%. Some yes, some no in this contest. And hits at the line. To Markkanen. Shot won't go. Josh Richardson can't connect. That's out. Last touch by Josh Richardson. To Markkanen. Beyond the arc for 3. Can't get the bounce. Richardson to Horford. Josh Richardson, 2 of 4 now.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
Here comes the screen. Trying to cash in. The screen sets him up for 2.
I don't know what halftime evaluation will be worse, the ankles or the bruised ego.
Philadelphia with the basketball. Simmons driving, but a shot no good. And 1. Embiid, good through the contact. And going to the line for a chance at a three-point play.
The offense has very little to lose on those type of plays if they know they can, number 1, create contact, and number 2, still get the ball up. You need to assert yourself fully on the defensive end by initiating the contact and not allowing the offensive player to get that ball above his waist.
Joel Embiid at the line for a chance at a three-point play. For his career, 77% at the line. Embiid's free throw good. A three-point play. The Sixers extend the lead. To LaVine. Zach LaVine doing what he does best.
See, these are the type of opportunities the defense doesn't take advantage of. When that guy went up for that dunk, he cradled the ball to gain momentum. As soon as he brings that ball back to you in the cradle, you have to have active hands, get in there, strip that ball away.
To Young. Porter. Got it. LaVine to Chris Dunn. Young to Porter. Has a look. Otto Porter. He's 3 of 5. 60% shooting from the field.
Everything about Porter is so low-key. No social media, and he's one of the few high-caliber NBA players that manages to stay out of the public eye while producing at an elite level in a number of categories.
Simmons to Tobias Harris. Lets it fly from long range. So the first points for him in this first half, and he knocks it down for 3.
Yeah, they really need him to get going. Really surprised that none of his teammates have been talking to him. This is when he needs him the most. They have to uplift him, help him continue to be confident on the court.
He was smothered and still gets it to go down.
So many times you can tell if a player is going to finish before he even gets to the rim. Did you see that look on his face? That was a look of a three-point play. You always going in thinking you can get more at the rim.
Just inside the arc, at the buzzer. That's it. First half has come to an end. It's the Sixers out in front.
Hello, everyone. I'm Jalen Rose, and this is your EA Sports Halftime Report. The 76ers are in a tight battle after 2 quarters. It's obvious how these guys score the majority of their points, and that's in the paint. They did a great job of scoring down low. These are the guys getting buckets. For the Philadelphia 76ers, the Bulls aren't down by much after 2 quarters. I love the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impressed me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. These are the guys getting buckets for the Chicago Bulls.
Game track. Field goals.
For each of these squads, the common theme has been a disciplined approach on offense. That's the reason why you're seeing a nice field goal percentage on both sides of the ball. Smart shot selection is a key part of that fact.
Player of the half.
Simmons did a great job of reading the defense and exploiting the opportunities where he can make the most damage. He's definitely feeling it.
Here we go with the top plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
Fellas, back to you.
A lot of intrigue to come in this second half. A 1-point game as we resume play here in the third quarter. Levine to Young. Now a steal by Philly.
Here's your chance to break this thing wide open.
Slams it down.
If you didn't dunk that, then we would have to talk about it.
Number 21. Joel Embiid.
Terrific vision. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
Simmons to Richardson. Fires the 3. Message received. Well defended.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Nice pass to get things going.
This is why I go back into player mode. If a dude starts to try to have 40 points on me, I'm going to foul out. I'm going to start hitting him in places he's not used to being hit. I'm trying to do anything to throw him off his game.
Porter to Chris Dunn. Nothing going here on that drive. Young. Levine. Zach Levine. Not a busy night, but effective. 2 for 2.
But it was how he created the shot. As a defender, there's a tendency to stand up when you stare at the ball. Offensive player recognized that, continuously moved without the ball. Bang, that's how he set it up.
to Zach LaVine. Young. Porter. That no good. Off the mark. Embiid. They go down low to Simmons. Oh, too much contact. Free throws on the way.
I don't know about that one, Ed. I always thought your hand was part of the ball.
And hits the first free throw. And he makes them both. Dunn to Young. Nice pace, sets it up and slams it down.
We call that get your money and put it in the bank.
In the front court comes Simmons. Tie game, third quarter. There's a pass stolen by Chicago.
Tie ball game. Make this possession count.
Ben Simmons able to recover with the block. New blood coming in for both sides.
Stepping in for the Bulls, number 45, Denzel Valentine.
Young. Has a chance. Shot misses there by Valentine. Smith now into the front court. Our score all even in this third quarter. And he's fouled. He's going to the line for two.
Love the fact that the shooter created contact on the upward motion to shoot the basketball. Big time play.
First one, count it. Goes 2 for 2 at the line. Nothing going here on that drive. And he drains it.
Okay, you don't get a 10 for style points, but it worked.
Simmons with it. He'll run the offense. He cruises in for two. Too easy.
It just seems like nobody can stop him but him. Once he's found his offensive swag, that boy's deadly.
Bulls with the basketball to Wendell Carter. Trying to cash in. And the reward, he's going to the line.
This drives me nuts when I see fouls like that being called in a close game. Sometimes you just gotta let them play, ref.
First free throw is good. Able to convert on both free throws. Simmons into the front court. Looking to make something happen. To the rim, lays it up and in.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
I got something for him.
To Young. Nothing going here on that drive. And counted at the rim.
Ed, I get it. I know why Indiana fans love Thaddeus Young. He's that guy that just shows up to work every day and is going to outwork you, outgrind you. They don't make players like that anymore.
Bulls with the rock. To Young. Off the assist.
In the paint, you need to finish just like that.
Number 21, Thaddeus Young.
Count the basket inside.
And don't you dare think about the fourth quarter yet. The only quarter that matters is the one you're playing in right now. Finish strong.
To Young. Oh, bad pass as the Sixers come up with this steal. Has a look. Deep two there, won't go. And he's fouled. A couple of free throws coming up, Jay.
Aggressive play there, but you can't fault the defender for being up in the shooter. You need to contest shots, each and every one of them.
Knocks down the first.
Stepping in for the 76ers.
Goes 2 for 2. Just inside the arc, at the buzzer. Third quarter comes to an end. The 76ers have the lead. It's been a compelling game so far. The fourth quarter is underway. Here's Simmons with it up top. Leads a bucket. Now ready for a couple of free throws.
Yes, I love this move. Send him to the line. Chances are probably good he doesn't make both, and you also stop the clock while getting another possession.
Ben Simmons at the line for 2 shots, shooting 80% in this contest. Can't connect on the first free throw. Good recovery. Hits the second free throw. To Levine. Zach Levine, very efficient and making an impact. He's 3 for 3.
A 2-time dunk champion, I love watching Zach Levine play. But you can't become obsessed with just attacking the rim. You have to continue to expand your game and really give Chicago that lead guard that they haven't had since D. Rose.
Ben Simmons with a piece.
You know, sometimes basketball can become a very beautiful thing to watch. During the regular season, things can get difficult. Energy can be low. The passion at times can even be lower because players are tired. They're fatigued. But today, it's all been good. They're putting in an absolute show with killer efficiency and tremendous effort and intensity.
And he connects on the first free throw. Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair. Harris to Embiid. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
You've heard it before. Slow and steady wins the race. This approach might be working out after all.
Levine to Porter. Here comes the screen. Dunn to Young. Chicago with 4 to shoot. Free throws coming up.
All right, that was a little bit of a gamble there, but not a terrible move sending him to the free throw line.
Thaddeus Young has got 2 shots coming. For his career, 67%. First try, no good.
Entering the game for the Bulls, number 45, Denzel Valentine.
Knocks down the second after missing the first. Now ready to shoot at the line.
I've seen it happen so many times. Small things like that foul can end up becoming a momentum changer. Let's see how this one plays out.
Trey Burke, couple of free throws on the way. For his career, 79% at the line. First one goes down. Two for two on that trip. Bulls with it. To Porter. Here comes the screen. Levine. To Porter. Down to 5 on the 24. Porter. He buries it.
Consistency wins a game. Sometimes you have to double down. I'm sure that's what their coach told them to do in the locker room. Keep shooting your shot.
Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Smothering D.
Shooters shoot. Period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
To Zach LaVine. Young. Great feed. And finishes strong.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Mixing things up. Hockey line substitutions. Both teams making changes. Simmons to Tobias Harris. Here's a chance from long range. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
Just because someone is listening to you doesn't mean that they actually hear you. At the end of the game, when players get tired, they listen to what the assignment was, but they didn't hear what it was.
Thaddeus Young, 4 out of 7.
Sometimes you hear people give all these fancy breakdowns, tell you all these different things they can do. That was just plain old simple bully basketball. Muscled his way through the lane.
Well, as they get ready for the jump, someone's going to come away with the basketball. Embiid, good for 2.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Markkanen to Levine. Wide open look, won't go. Oh, big finish at the rim.
And no emotion, just that ice-cold stare. That's a sign of somebody who's here to compete.
Dunn to Zach LaVine. Dunn to LaVine. Has a chance. LaVine shot no good. Horford to Simmons. Shot from the lane won't go. Dunn to Markkanen. Jumper's good.
That might have been a little bit easier than expected there, considering the score.
Great feed, sets it up. Knocked loose. three. At the buzzer, the Sixers are victorious as they win a close one by 2. That does it. For my partner, Jay Williams, and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. As we say, so long, everyone.
Here we go with the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The 76ers edged out a close victory in today's game. The statistic that seems to stand out in 3D is their assists. So many of their points were made possible by their team chemistry, and it was great to see. Check out the leading scores for the Philadelphia 76ers. The Bulls finished on the losing end of a close score. The way they shot the ball was outstanding, but even still, it wasn't enough to get the result they wanted. More often than not, you're going to win games when you shoot the ball as well as they did here today. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Chicago Bulls.
Game track. Field goals.
Neither of these teams were able to make much of an impact on defense. As you can see here, they were each pretty successful with some efficient scoring.
Player of the game.
Simmons put together an incredible game, highlighted by his amazing defense. Not many guys come up with this many blocks and steals.
Who was cold?
What can you say about a guy like this? Except that he fits the title of this segment. He was definitely cold in this game. These are the top plays of the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
These are the remaining games. On behalf of ESPN on EA Sports, I'm Jalen Rose, and it's been our pleasure to present you with some NBA basketball.
come to you from South Florida. I'm Ed Cohen with the former Chicago Bulls guard Jay Williams. And Jay, it's Miami-Dade County. It's the land of D-Wade. It's a place unlike any other.
No doubt about it, Ed. Every time you see the Flash play, it reminds you of greatness. No doubt he's going to show that tonight on the court.
Opening tip, won by the Heat, and we're underway in Miami. Wall. Over to the right side to Butler. Free throws coming up.
It's still early, so no real impact on that call. But you know that they're going to call this one tight, so you might want to keep your hands out of his pocket.
Jimmy Butler, a couple of free throws on the way. A career 83% free throw shooter. First one goes down. And gets both to drop at the line. No good, and no foul. Butler to bring it up. Lead is 2. Tobias Harris swats it.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
Jimmy Butler missed his first. That one goes. We talk so much about who are the MVP candidates, but there are other guys who are so valuable to their teams, and Jimmy Butler at the forefront of that list.
I have a phrase that I use when I describe players.
And a putback slam.
Woo, that's nasty right there.
Jay, sometimes it's not just the Heat that does opponents in Miami.
I've been a victim to this multiple times when we have played the Heat, and I think other franchises from cold cities have been the same. There's a reason why the Miami Heat have such an advantage down here on South Beach. You catch them on an off night, it's rare that opposing teams are ready to play.
Oh, emphatic slam.
If you didn't dunk that, then we would have to talk about it.
Butler into the front court. He'll run the offense. To Waiters. Scores from the post.
You feel that? I see the confidence building.
Sixers have the basketball. Oh, Ben Simmons. 2 of 4 now.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
Embiid, good for 2.
That's lunch pail business right there. Don't worry about the no call. Keep powering through.
Butler to bring it up. Down 2 to Wall. Reset here. Let's see what they do. Joel Embiid snatching it out of the air.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
Simmons to Richardson. From long range. Tobias Harris. He's going to get 3 shots here. A career 81% free throw shooter. Oops. He missed the first one. Second 3 is good. Miami with the basketball. Doesn't get the bounce. Embiid to Richardson. To Tobias Harris. 4-3. Tobias Harris is going to get a chance at 3 here, shooting 66% in this contest. First free throw is good. Hits the second. One more coming. And he hits all 3 free throws. Now the Heat going to use a timeout as they'll go over some tactics now in this first quarter of play. Shifting gears, here comes some substitutions. Dragic to Butler. To Waiters. Rebound Horford. Here's Simmons with it up top. His team up by 7. Josh Richardson. Not today. Almost. And he's not getting the call.
And that's how you make a difference. Every shot the offense takes, make sure that it has a 10 as far as degree of difficulty.
To Simmons. Beyond the arc for 3. Hits it. And the foul. And a chance now at a 4-point play.
Oh, that was a big-time shot. But more impressive than the shot, the bench reactions. I love the celebration tactics. This is why you love this game.
Tobias Harris with a chance at a 4-point play. He's been steady, 83% at the line. 3-pointer and now a free throw on the trip. Butler into the front court. Less than a minute to go in a tightly played first quarter. To Dragic. Great feed, sets it up. Joel Embiid with the block.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
Shot from the lane won't go. To Butler. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
Ed, you ever bail out of something at the last second? That's what I saw right there from the defender. We call that no man's land. They weren't really committed to getting out of the way, committing a hard foul, or taking the brunt of the contact.
Udonis Haslem trying to cash in on the 3-point play. Shoots it at 75% for his career. Free throw is good to finish off the 3-point play. And the margin down to 8. Simmons with it. Looking to make something happen. On the shot clock for Philadelphia. 24-second violation. And he hits. Deep 3 at the buzzer. First quarter in the books. It's the Sixers out in front. Time to turn the page after a close first quarter. Jay, what stood out?
And we're exceeding the speed limit. These guys are playing fast, and the thing I love about it the most, there's entertainment in this game. Guys are looking away after they shoot the ball. Guys are clapping. Guys are energetic. This is why you love this sport.
Oh, the Heat right there to take it away. Joel Embiid with a piece. That's out. Last touch by Joel Embiid. To Butler. A drive, but he can't get it to go.
And you hate to say this, but this is the reality of the matter. Sometimes it takes guys a little while to warm up into the game. Seems like they finally found their rhythm in the second quarter.
The drive, right to the basket. Kyle O'Quinn, huge block.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
Oh, they call him for the foul.
Timing was just a tad bit off.
That's his first personal foul. Team foul number 1.
Wall to Butler. Kyle O'Quinn able to recover with the block. Embiid.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
Perfect feed to set up the basket.
Woo, did you see that? Eyes to the rim, and the rest was all net.
Wall across the timeline. Margins 8. Short jumper off the mark. And look out. Big finish at the rim. That has to feel deflating for the other side.
They've really came out and made a statement so far in this first half. Another powerful dunk, but another easy dunk. When are we going to see some defense?
Here comes the screen. Kyle O'Quinn sends it away. A bad pass as the Sixers come up with the steal.
That's called game plan execution to perfection. Every possession on the road is critical.
The Sixers with 4 to shoot. Not that time.
You know, Ed, everybody gives so much credit to the guy who contested the shot, but there's no way he's in that position without the communication of the backbone of the defense. When you have a guy back there who can block shots and tells you to apply more pressure, you know you're in a safe place.
Gets it to go. Could have been more. A lot of contact, but no foul.
Let me tell you something that nobody will ever talk about. Did you see him slow down right before he was about to go up? That slow change of speed, that slight change was just enough to throw the defender off.
Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here come some changes.
Stepping in for Miami, number 7, Goran Dragic.
Kelly Olynyk pins it. Couldn't keep it in. Out off Kelly Olynyk. Pass stolen by Miami. Nice finish at the rim.
Stepping east, then stepping west, and laying the ball right down the line.
Covering all areas of the map. Harris to Simmons.
Remaining in the
5 on the shot clock for Philadelphia to Tobias Harris. Fires the 3. They snuffed it out. Tobias Harris missed it.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Dragic. To Wall. Shot clock coming down to 4. Down to 3. Short jumper off the mark. To Richardson. Here's a chance from long range. He engulfed him that time.
Shooters shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Can't connect from in close. to Tobias Harris. Tobias Harris above the rim.
And that is the sign of an unselfish team. When everybody in transition thinks they have a chance to get the ball because you have a willing passer, somebody willing to make other players on his team look great, that's only going to force your players to play that much harder on offense and give you more energy on the defensive end.
Dragic. The screen sets him up for two.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Simmons into the front court. Up 6. The Sixers with 4 to shoot. Simmons driving, but a shot no good.
It's easy for the offense to get agitated when you keep turning around and the defense is right there in your face. The jawing is only going to escalate.
That's out. Last touch by Josh Richardson. The opposing coach is going to counter, make some changes of his own. That misses with a second to go. First half comes to an end. The 76ers have the lead.
Thanks, fellas. Jalen here with your halftime report. The 76ers have the advantage on the scoreboard at halftime. They decided to make a statement in the opening half, and they did it by throwing down dunk after dunk after dunk. I think the rim is still shaking. The Heat were in need of a bit more scoring if they wanted the halftime lead. They don't have a single player that can claim double figures in scoring. These are the guys getting buckets for the Miami Heat.
Game track. Blocks.
The Philadelphia 76ers
Came to play today, and the opposition knows it. All these blocks are more than just rejections. They're statements.
Player of the half.
Joel Embiid showed off his timing and athleticism with a lot of blocks. The defense he put on display requires the kind of effort that fans love to see from their team.
Who was cold?
Forget cold. This guy will be happy to be lukewarm at this point. He can't seem to get anything going.
Here we go with the top 3 plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
All right, back to the second half. I'll see you after the game.
No good. Oh, it looked like he may have gotten him there.
Cultures have communication. Great cultures have teammates that are willing to push you to limits that maybe you didn't even see that you had. But right now, there's no leader on this team. Everybody's just going their separate ways.
The assist from number 22, Jimmy Butler.
Jimmy Butler rejects it.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
Lets it fly from long range. Can't go down. Smothering defense.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Reset here. Let's see what they do. Dion Waiters. Small sample size, but making the most of it. He's 1 for 2.
Might have had an extra dribble or two there, but he got the shot he wanted.
Sixers control it. Simmons. Short jumper won't go down.
So many teams just try to beat you with their offense. Well, your offense can only take you so far. The one thing that's supposed to travel, whether you're home or away, is your defense. That's your staple.
To Wall. Nothing going here on that drive. Rebound taken by the Sixers. Harris. To Richardson for 3. Great defense, forcing the miss. Flushes it home.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's Prom City.
Driving is Simmons, but his shot no good.
And the game is so different. In today's NBA, defenders are longer, quicker, and more athletic than we've ever seen before. So offensively, as a shooter, you either have to be able to create more space off the dribble for your shot or have a much faster release. Ideally, you have both in your arsenal.
Changes coming from both sides right now.
Stepping in for Philadelphia, number 23, Trey Burke.
It's the Heat with the possession. Here comes the screen. Driving right to the basket. Goran Dragic. It's been a quiet night. Only 3 attempts, but he makes that one stick.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
Fans, have you seen the signs in our silent auction? Have a look for yourself at the display behind section 1.
They're going to make some changes with some new personnel on the floor.
Memorabilia. Into the game for the Philadelphia 76ers, number 42, Al Horford.
Simmons to the basket, but his shot stays out.
That's superb. Defense. That's a defense getting there from the weak side early and making the player short on the shot.
And he buries it.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
The assist from number 50, Andre
Harris to Simmons. Horford not going down here. Dragic, great dish to set it up. Leaving no doubt. Slams it down. He took it out on the rim that time.
Oh, there's no better feeling than after throwing that one down, hanging on the rim a little bit, looking at your opponent beneath you, making him recognize that's where you'll be the entire ball game.
Dragic with it. They lead it. 4-point game. Goran Dragic. Consistent effort. He's at 50%.
Oh, don't see the read. Be the read.
And he's going to the line to shoot.
I've seen it happen so many times. Small things like that foul can end up becoming a momentum changer. Let's see how this one plays out.
Ben Simmons at the line for 2 shots. 56% for his career. Knocks down the first.
into the game for the Miami Heat, number 40,
Goes 2 for 2. Dragic with the basketball. Counting down toward a minute to play in this third quarter. Shot from the lane won't go. Josh Richardson not shaken for the early struggles. Maybe this is a sign of things to come.
I'm not sure that wasn't an offensive foul, but take it when you can get it.
And scores.
There are certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7 because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
Runner's good there.
As a rookie last year, Ben Simmons averaged 16 points a game and posted 12 triple-doubles, the second most by any rookie in NBA history. Or was last year really his rookie year? We can debate that one later.
Goran Dragic. He's 3 of 5, 60% shooting from the field.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
And he's fouled. Very close. Free throws coming up. Goran Dragic. He's got 2 shots coming. For his career, 76% from the line. First one, count it. And he makes them both. Deep 3 at the buzzer. That ends the third quarter with the Heat in front. So the Heat will have it to start this fourth and final quarter. And they were able to flip the script in the third. Because remember, Jay, they trailed at the break.
Yeah, but if they come out here in the fourth quarter and they think about protecting that lead, that is the wrong mindset. You don't want to protect anything. You want to go after it and hunt it. That's how you really get a win.
He'd have the basketball. Dragic. And count the basket.
Man, that may not have been a gimme, but that layup at the rim definitely chips away at the pride of the defense.
Burke with it. His guys trail now by 4. Coach has seen enough. He wants some changes. New personnel onto the floor.
Substitution.
Simmons to Embiid. Joel Embiid. Very efficient and making an impact. He's 3 for 3.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Dragic. Going to launch beyond the arc. That out of his range and no good. Oh, the Heat right there to take it away.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
Here comes the screen. Oh, highlight moves. Tough to do with the defender all over you. Now ready to shoot at the line.
This drives me nuts when I see fouls like that being called in a close game. Sometimes, you just got to let them play, ref.
Udonis Haslem, a couple of free throws on the way. He's perfect from the line so far. Can't connect on the first free throw. Second one's good. Splits the pair. It's in the hands of Philadelphia. Myers Leonard sends it away. Oh, too much contact. Free throws on the way.
And the reality is that good jump shooters know how to get those calls. Overall, though, there's less flopping in the game, which is great. But there's something uncanny about certain players' abilities to get those calls on a regular basis.
Goes 2 for 2 at the line. Butler to bring it up. His team up by 1. To Waiters. Al Horford tips it.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
Lets it fly from beyond the arc to Richardson. He gets it.
Ooh, he teased me a little bit right there. But see, I like that. That's called a great entertainer. Always leaving me on the edge of my seat.
Into the front court comes Simmons. Leads just a point. No good, but 2 shots coming up for Joel Embiid.
No, no, no. I'll tell you. The team that makes the little mistakes, like committing unnecessary reach-in fouls like that, will be the team that ends up with the L.
And he connects on the first free throw.
Into the game for the Heat, number 2.
2 for 2 on that trip. Miami's got it. Here comes the screen. Sizing up the defense. Almost unlucky bounce.
One of the best kept secrets in the game. Utilizing a head fake. Get the defender in the air. Crack into him. Don't give the refs any excuse not to call foul. I put that one on you. You went up a little bit lazy.
To Butler. They'll get it down to Leonard. Able to convert inside.
You've heard it before. Slow and steady wins the race. This approach might be working out after all.
Simmons driving, but a shot no good.
Yo, big kudos to the defender. It seems like his mere presence in the paint was enough to make the offensive player miss the shot before he even got off the ground.
The drive right to the basket, and the finish, slam dunk.
The defender needs to do a better job of forcing a pickup there.
It's the Heat with the possession. To Butler. It's the free throw. Coach is going to shift gears and adjust his matchups. Butler. Al Horford swats it.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
Pass stolen by Miami.
It's time to take advantage of an extra possession.
Wall to Waiters. Scores from the post.
There you go, finally. Shoot your shot.
Finishing inside the paint on that one.
I know this for a fact, Ed. Ben Simmons wanted to channel his inner Bill Russell during the NBA Awards as he stood up on that stage accepting that Rookie of the Year trophy, looking down at all the people that hated on him and didn't think that after a year of being injured that he can come back and be the one that everybody thought he could be. One of only 7 players in NBA history to lead his team to 50-plus wins while accepting the Rookie of the Year trophy.
Wall. Too much contact. And free throws coming.
And as a defender, you cannot, I repeat, you cannot foul in the act of upward motion into your shot. Your timing needs to be better.
And hits the first free throw. Able to convert on both free throws. Simmons gets it in the left corner. To Simmons. Runner here won't go down. Wall with it up top. Leads a bucket. To Butler. 5 to shoot for Miami. Butler, count it. Three-pointer is good. Now whistle and a timeout for Philadelphia. It's their first of the final 3 minutes. That leaves them with one more chance to stop the clock before the buzzer sounds. Simmons. That misses with 3 seconds left. Nice touch around the basket with the tip. The Heat with the victory as they win this one by 3. For Jay Williams and all our crew, I'm Ed Cohen saying so long for now. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
Here, and I've got your EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Heat got the win in a close game. The statistic that seems to stand out in 3D is their assists. So many of their points were made possible by their team chemistry, and it was great to see. Check out the leading scores for the Miami Heat. The 76ers lost a tight one today, and you can see the disappointment. They play strong around the basket, getting a lot of points in the paint. I can appreciate the way they play physically, but I'm sure they would have appreciated a win. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Philadelphia 76ers.
Game track. Field goals.
Neither of these teams were able to make much of an impact on defense. As you can see here, they were each pretty successful with some efficient scoring.
Player of the game.
If you asked him, I'm sure he'd give the credit to his teammate and coaches. But at the end of the day, we know that he's the one that made the biggest impact on this game.
Who was cold?
Every player that makes it to the NBA is a great athlete, but even the best players have their off nights. Today was just one of those days for this guy. Here we go with the top plays.
Number 2. Number 1.
These are the games that remain. See y'all next time. Jalen Rose, signing out.
Philadelphia, Wells Fargo Center. I'm Ed Cohen with Jay Williams. And Jay, channeling the spirit of our founding fathers, there's a future here in Philadelphia.
Well, after 4 years of tanking, they finally have generational talent. Look out for these guys. They're on the up and up.
As Sixers fans, it's been worth the wait, and we're ready to go. The wait is over in this one. Won by Chicago. A drive through the paint, but his shot misses. Sixers have the basketball. Baseline drive, the shot won't fall.
And you see so many players quit on a play after they were beat the first time, but not him. He stayed on his hip, he fought back, and he made the player miss the shot. That's great defense.
Knocks it down off the step back.
Man, he's got the defender out there tap dancing like that on national TV. That's not a good sign.
From the painted area, won't go down. Has a chance, knocks it down from mid-range.
I'm telling you right now, with moves like that, scoring is not going to be an issue tonight.
To Embiid. Shot from in close, no good. The follow won't go either. Levine to Chris Dunn. Here comes the screen. Off the assist.
That's lunch pail business right there. Don't worry about the no call. Keep powering through.
Harris to Richardson. Josh Richardson missed his first. That one goes.
Just remember an old saying here. You're only as good as your last shot, and your last shot went in. So it's time to get going.
Dunn to Levine. Has a look. Count the basket. He's feeling good. Defense has to get him out of his comfort zone.
This has been a good first quarter for him so far. That wasn't an easy shot, but he was able to knock it down and add to their lead.
Porter to Zach Levine. To Chris Dunn. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
Missed it. Almost a foul. They let it go. On the follow. Way to stay with it.
Look, there was barely any contact on that last play. I agree with the ref's no call. Let him play.
And Jay, they called the foul.
Ed, you can't lunge like that.
Mixing things up. Hockey line substitutions. Both teams making changes.
Substitutions, Chicago.
Markkanen. To Levine. Markkanen. Levine. He was all over him. Had a good look there, but it's no good. Runner here won't go. Richardson lets it fly from long range, buries it on the catch and shoot.
I mean, does he have eyes in the back of his head or what? I get paid money to watch and study this game daily. Even I didn't see that angle.
Changes coming from both sides right now.
Subbing in for the 76ers, number 42, Al Horford. Into the game for the Bulls, number 21.
To Embiid. Joel Embiid. He's 2 for 5. Not great, but trending.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Levine. Now a pass stolen by the Sixers. To Horford. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
Hey, you ever bail out of something at the last second? That's what I saw right there from the defender. We call that no man's land. They weren't really committed to getting out of the way, committing a hard foul, or taking the brunt of the contact.
Al Horford trying to cash in on the three-point play. Shoots it at 75% for his career. Free throw up and good. Gives him a two-point lead. Now the Bulls will take the timeout as they'll make sure they're aligned here in a two-point ball game. Time for some new personnel into the game. To Young. Here's a chance from long range. Zach LaVine forcing that one there. Well defended. Tobias Harris above the rim.
Had a difficult first quarter. Couldn't really find his rhythm, but you got 3 more left to play.
To Young. Joel Embiid sends it away. Throws it down.
So many people think making assists is creating something razzle and dazzle. Sometimes giving the ball up early is the right play and the most efficient.
The jumper's off the mark. Nice touch around the basket with the tip. Deep three at the buzzer. That's it for the first quarter. It's the Sixers out in front. One quarter down. Neither side really distinguished itself. Jay, what stood out?
I know you're wondering why I'm clapping. Both teams came out in the first quarter, and they executed. When do you ever see that, Ed? You have to continue to bring those competitive juices into the second quarter, and we're going to have one heck of a ball game.
Nothing going here on that drive. To Horford. Not that time. Good look that time, but off the mark. No good, but 2 shots coming up for Joel Embiid.
I don't know about that one, Ed. I always thought your hand was part of the ball.
Joel Embiid has got 2 shots coming. For his career, 77% at the line. Knocks down the first. Second one off the mark. He goes 1 for 2. Dunn to Markkanen. Burke with it. Up 5 to Horford. It's Carter with the rebound. The drive right to the basket. Split the D there, but he can't get it to drop. Embiid. Count the basket. A lot of contact. No foul.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
To Chris Dunn. Shot clock's at 5. Down to 4. Fires the 3. Oh, he hits the 3.
I hope everyone here knows the golden rule. Guys, remember, sharing is caring.
There's a pass stolen by Chicago. Dunn. Five seconds to shoot. Trying to cash in. Markkanen shot can't connect.
The most important thing a shooter can do is continue to shoot. The defense is always going to give great effort, but it's more of your psyche that goes into the next shot that will limit you on whether you make the shot or not.
Now whistle. We'll get a timeout called by Chicago as they'll talk things over here in the second quarter. We have both squads set to make some moves right now.
Stepping in for the Chicago Bulls, number 22, Otto Porter.
To Porter. 4-3. So the first points for him in this first half, and he knocks it down for 3.
Yeah, they really need him to get going. Really surprised that none of his teammates have been talking to him. This is when he needs him the most. They have to uplift him, help him continue to be confident on the court.
Simmons to Embiid. Has a chance. Gets a look. Can't hit.
I just love where this takes you into the psychological battle as a player offensively. Was that a great contest, or did you just miss the shot? But out there looking like the Kimbe Mutombo.
Took it right to him, and the defender was ready. It was right there. Bulls have it. In a flash. Scores at the rim.
Again, Ed, if you made it to this level, you're capable of doing things that normal humans could never do, even if you're not known for it.
Nothing going here on that drive. Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
To Wendell Carter. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
You feel that? I see the confidence building.
Simmons. Now ready to shoot at the line.
Ed, as a defender, you cannot, I repeat, you cannot foul in the act of upward motion into your shot. Your timing needs to be better.
Joel Embiid at the line for 2 shots. Shooting 50%. Some yes, some no in this contest. First free throw is good.
Number 8, Zach LaVine. And number 32, Chris Dunn.
Able to convert on both free throws. Bulls with the basketball. Dunn to Porter. Joel Embiid, huge block. That's his third block this evening. Harris always looking to create a shot, even ones like those.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. Everyone's getting a piece of the rock tonight.
The screen sets him up for two.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
Simmons to Tobias Harris. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. They snuffed it out. Tobias Harris missed it. Dunn to Young. Driving right to the basket.
That reach was just about a second off. He got his hand in there a little bit quicker. That would have been a steal.
Just enough imbalance.
The 76ers are now in.
Zach LaVine, couple of free throws on the way. For his career, 82%. Off the mark on the first free throw. Knocks down the second after missing the first. Has a look. Horford's shot won't fall.
The contest was good, but you being a nuisance was great. Continue to be that gnat that no matter how many times you swing at it, it never goes away.
That's it for the first half. The 76ers have the lead.
Thanks, Ed. The 76ers will start the second half with a narrow lead. It was their playmaking, the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impresses me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Philadelphia 76ers. The Bulls
Are keeping things competitive after 2 quarters.
And that deficit is a negative, of course, but I do see it positive. I really like how they move the ball, keeping each other involved offensively. They've got a nice flow to their game today. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Chicago Bulls.
Game track. Bench points.
This is a game where the bench guys deserve a bit of the spotlight. The thing is, you need a spotlight big enough for the reserves on both squads. This is a game that's been all about the depth in the depth chart.
Player of the half.
Joel Embiid has already put together a pretty nice highlight reel for himself, and that's just after one half of basketball. He did a lot of scoring, and it probably won't stop anytime soon.
was cold.
What can you say about a guy like this? Except that he fits the title of this segment. He was definitely cold in that first half. Here we go with the top plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
Back to Ed and Jay to bring you the second half action.
Simmons with it. Up by 3. Trying to cash in. Jumper's good.
Hand down, man down. You got to get up and contest the shot.
Number 25, Vince Evans.
Dunn to Zach LaVine. Dunn to Porter from long range. That won't go.
And there's always so much talk about defense. How about offensively? If you continue to attack that shooter, now you're making him work on the defensive end. That makes him take his legs away on the offensive end.
To Young. To Chris Dunn. Porter. Can't connect. It's no good. To Embiid. To Simmons. To Embiid. Can't connect.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game in the scouting report.
Here's Simmons with it up top. His team up by 7. A bad pass, and the Bulls have it. Dunn to Wendell Carter. Nothing going here on that drive. Porter to Young. Porter. They have to keep him in their grasp.
Well, easy difference there. In the first half, the offense allowed the defense to settle into their half-court sets defensively, and that's why the shots were all contested. But now, since they picked up the pace of the game, they're getting a lot more action out of transition threes.
They've recovered it. Chicago possession. LaVine to Chris Dunn. Throws it up. Oh, blocked away.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
Young over to the right side.
Here comes screen, here comes screen, here comes screen.
To Young. Chicago with 4 to shoot. Porter. Shot off the mark. Good defense. Smith into the front court. Leads 4. To Richardson. Fires the 3. No good. That's great defense. To LaVine. Oh, leaves the defender in the dust. Couldn't keep it in. It's out off Chris Dunn. Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor.
Substitutions, Philadelphia. Do you like the word discount? Of course you do. Save 10% on all merchandise when you purchase 3 or more items at one of our Arena stores. This offer is only valid during today's
Coach is going to shift gears and adjust his matchups.
substitutions. Philadelphia.
Simmons. Goes to the right side. Richardson. That's off the side of the rim. No good. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
There you go. I like seeing his scoring coming from unlikely sources.
Simmons with it. Leads a bucket. Shot from the lane won't go.
It's because he took his eye off his target, Ed. As an offensive player, you have to glare at where the defender's coming to, but quickly redirect yourself to your actual target. He was more consumed with the defender than he was the actual rim.
Wide open look won't go. Into the front court comes Simmons. Counting down toward a minute to play in this third quarter. Ah, the monster stuff. Neither side is giving up an inch.
I guarantee you tomorrow on Complex's social feed, that play will have millions of views. And I'm really looking forward to this fourth quarter because the first three have lived up to the billing.
A bad pass as the Sixers come up with this steal. They go on a launch beyond the arc. Porter grabs the board. To Markkanen. Has a chance. Markkanen shot that misses. Harris to Simmons. There's a pass stolen by Chicago. Almost unlucky bounce. Deep three at the buzzer. Third quarter comes to an end. It's the Sixers out in front. The Bulls in possession as we start the fourth quarter. And I think the best way to describe where they stand right now is they're down, but they're not out.
It's a game we used to play in the league all the time. It's called a series of stops. That means get 3 stops in a row. Each game is a game within the game. You get 3 stops in a row, and then another 3 stops in a row, you're right back in this ballgame.
Young. To Markkanen. Goes reverse to lay it in.
Strong finish. That's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
It's in the hands of Philadelphia. Count the basket inside.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Embiid. And scores. Strong take.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Runner here won't go. Embiid. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
Old school equals high percentage.
Now the Bulls will take the timeout as they'll make sure they're all on the same page here in the fourth quarter. coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor. Zach LaVine, 3 for 6 now.
For a smaller player, you have to be more creative with your imagination when you finish with those shots around the rim. For the audience, that may look difficult, but for the player himself, that's what they practice every single day.
And draws the foul.
I don't know about that one, Ed. I always thought your hand was part of the ball.
Ben Simmons has got 2 shots coming. 56% for his career. Can't connect on the first free throw. Second one's good. Splits the pair. Bulls with it. To Young. Dunn to Zach LaVine. Probing the defense. To Markkanen. Has a look. Add 2 points to the board.
The 7th pick overall, Lauri Markkanen had an exquisite rookie season. Ending the year, all-rookie first team. Even executive VP John Paxson of the Bulls organization referred to him as the cornerstone of the franchise.
Richardson to Embiid. From the painted area, won't go down.
Yo, big kudos to the defender. It seems like his mere presence in the paint was enough to make the offensive player miss the shot before he even got off the ground.
Here comes the screen. Shot from in close, no good. To Simmons. Oh, Ben Simmons. He's 3 for 7.
As a rookie last year, Ben Simmons averaged 16 points a game and posted 12 triple-doubles, the second most by any rookie in NBA history. Or was last year really his rookie year? We can debate that one later.
To Horford. Harris to Horford. Embiid to Tobias Harris. For 3, Harris always looking to create a shot, even ones like those.
And watching all these great shooters on the floor at once, it almost mesmerizes me. It's like you're watching the shot in slow motion. The backspin, it gives off the feel that the ball's going in every time.
Some lineup changes now for both clubs.
Subbing in for the Chicago Bulls.
Gets toughness right there. Physical inside, gets it to go.
There's some players out there that like the freedom of space, and then we have the anomalies. We have the players who feel comfortable being uncomfortable. And almost the physicality of the game centers them and puts them right on balance every time.
Screen coming. LaVine passed it off. Wendell Carter powers it through.
It's that easy, Ed. You never want to leave any doubt when attacking the rim.
He gets it.
And attention to detail is everything for a professional scorer like that. Actually getting it done the hard way.
Now whistle. We'll get a timeout called by Chicago. That's their second of the final 3 minutes. No more timeouts left the rest of the game. Jonah Bolden rejects it.
This game is all about playing mind tricks on people. The offense is more worried about getting their shot blocked than they are about actually making the shot.
Missed a wide open look. Grabs his own miss and scores. Good concentration.
Did you see that change of direction mid-flight? And also the English he utilized to spin the ball off the rim? That was a thing of beauty.
A lot of contact. Shots no good and no foul. Intentional foul. He meant it.
Okay, now look over to the sideline and see what the staff is trying to draw up on the next play. That's good clock management thus far.
And they're going to play this one out to its conclusion as we get an intentional foul. That means free throws coming up in what is a 7-point game.
Good foul right there. You want to stop the clock.
Oops, he missed the first one. good bounce back. Hits the second. It's a 1-of-2 trip. Now a steal by Philly.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in first and second grade. It's called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team.
That's out of bounds. Last touch by a Sixer. Just inside the arc, at the buzzer. He had all day and all night to knock that one down. Neat to hear more chatter on the defensive end. The Sixers are victorious as they win this one by 4. That does it. For my partner Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. As we say, so long, everyone.
It's Jalen Rose, and it's time for the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The 76ers
Did what great teams do best. Finish.
They did it with blocks, and they did it with steals. More to the point, they did it with excellent defense. They committed to the grind and got rewarded as a result. The Bulls finished on the losing end of a close score.
Sure, it's great they shot so well from 3, but none of that really matters when your team has one more loss to show for it.
What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Chicago Bulls.
Game track. Field goals.
Neither of these teams were able to make much of an impact on defense. As you can see here, they were each pretty successful with some efficient scoring.
Player of the game.
Joel Embiid
Blocked plenty of shots, but the stat you don't see is how often he forced opposing shooters into tough shots that resulted in misses.
These are the top plays of the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
Take a look at the remaining games. And that does it for our post-game wrap-up. On behalf of ESPN on EA Sports, I'm Jalen Rose. Thanks for joining us.